Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today I'm talking about the 3 best growth stocks to buy right now. And I think these 3 fantastic companies are going to bring in some massive returns over the next 2 to 5 years. And like I say, I expect probably at least 100% return off these companies. I'll be pretty disappointed if these 3 companies don't bring in 100% return over the next 2 to 5 years. And I probably expect these 3 companies to actually do even better than 100% return. But overall, either way, I think they'll do quite well. If you do want to buy these companies, guys, there's a link to an eToro account. You can buy these companies on there, or there's a link to a Trading 212 account where you can buy the companies on there. But we'll take a look at the 3 best growth stocks to buy. So number 1 is the stock that I probably, out of this list, I expect to do the best straight off. It's a company that's doing quite well at the moment on a decent uptrend. It just reported earnings which are absolutely fantastic, and there was a massive revenue beat, massive EPS beat, and it's a company that's profitable with revenue that's exploding at a crazy rate. And even right now, when I talk about this company, it doesn't get a massive, it's not a hype stock. There's not many people that know about it. I've not seen another YouTube channel actually talk about this company at all. So it is a very rare stock out there that is not kind of caught the headlines just yet. But in the next kind of 2 to 5 years, this company is going to be massive. And even right now, a few people have started asking me saying, is it too late to buy it because of the uptrend it's been on? But I still think it's a pretty decent price. The company's called Inmode, and it basically helps with appearances, and it is not a surgery-based company. So for a lot of this current offerings that Inmode have for their technology, you would have to go to surgery for it to make yourself, look better in this kind of Instagram world that we're in. But with Inmode, what they do is they offer kind of appointments where you go in, and they have a lot of technology that some of them are like where they heat up fat tissue and they can burn it, or they can move it into different places, things like that. There's a lot of technology out there. I've got a full video on them on the channel. But this company is in a great growing sector, and also I think, compared to what is historically there, where you would have to go for, surgery and go to sleep and everything like that, they kind of offer, an hour's treatment where you go in and get this sorted. And there's not much competition in there. That's what's led to amazing profit margins in this company. And even right now, a lot of people have asked me, is it too late? And the valuation is still pretty cheap. It's trading at a forward P of like 22. And when you factor in that the EPS is going to get beat absolutely huge, the forward P is probably actually going to be even lower than what it is right now. It's a company that has massive growth ahead of it. It's going to be growing at a huge rate that's already profitable. And as well as that, the balance sheet is pretty decent on it. So it's probably like a 5-star stock. If you had to rate this out of 5, I'd give this one a 5-star. And I think on this list, it will be the first one to probably do really well. Well, it's already doing really well, but I expect this one to be the first one on this list to bring in 100% return. So it's definitely the one that I won't wait around for too long for. And that's why it's also my second biggest position in my stock market portfolio. Number 2 is a Chinese company called HUYA, which is basically an online streaming platform for like esports and video games. And I expect this company to bring in 100% return over the next 2 to 3 years. And basically what happens is they obviously have streamers on there. It's just announced a merger with its rival as well, so it's got no rival now, even though HUYA was already the biggest company in its kind of sector, and it's going to have massive growth on it. And when you think about the console cycle, the esports growth, it's an easy one to see how well this is going to do. The valuation, once again, a growth company at a forward PE of around about 20, which is insanely cheap. And when you factor in the 30% revenue growth it'll have, once again, an already profitable company and another company with a clean balance sheet, it's a very easy path to see how this is going to do. And I think once again, over the next kind of 2 to 5 years, this is a company that I do expect to make 100% return on. And yeah, compare it to Inmode. Inmode probably, I think, will get there a little bit quicker. I think HUYA won't be too far behind it. And also, when you've got a backer like Tencent, which HUYA currently does have, I think that will also help you with, potentially them going into the company and maybe buying a bigger stake on it, and us as shareholders will get the profit from that one as well. And in the current short term, it's sold off a little bit. There's a few things going on behind the background about getting that share value down a little bit so it matches Douyu, who it's merging with. So right now, this is a golden opportunity, I think, to buy HUYA. Sometimes the Chinese stocks get a little bit of hate because of them being Chinese stocks, but out of nowhere, a lot of these Chinese stocks suddenly start, going up very quickly in share price, and I don't think it'll be too long until HUYA has that situation where the share price goes up absolutely huge on it. And the last stock on this list is a stock called Gang. Now, I'm a big fan of this company because it's is very different from the online gambling companies that are out there. So something like a DraftKings, Golden Nugget, they're actually, the retailer, the face of the company that you go to and you put your money in and you gamble. Now at the moment, US gambling is only just being allowed around a lot of states, and it probably will be quite a few years until all the states allow online gambling and online casinos. And obviously you've got companies in here like DraftKings trying to come in, Golden Nugget, but Gang's a little bit different from them guys. It offers basically like the Shopify for shops to get online. It offers the platform for casinos and other gambling platforms to get online. And that's going to be a massive growth sector. And like I say, it's not competing with the likes of DraftKings and Golden Nugget, which I'm still a fan of, because this area is going to be massive over the next few years. It gives a quick, easy platform to get online. You've just seen the big, massive deal that Gang has signed with Wynn Resorts. So there's going to be plenty more of them deals, which are going to lead Gang to explode on profit, which is already profitable, revenue, which is going to explode. It's already exploding at 100% rate, and it's also got a fantastic balance sheet. So it will take a while for a lot of these the platforms to get up and running, a lot longer for like all these states to get allowed. But over the next kind of 2.5 years to 5 years, Gang is going to have a massive future. And on this list, I actually expect it's probably one that's at a bit more of a valuation than the rest of these guys, but at the same time, it's the one that's got the most growth ahead of it. And over the next probably the longer hold on here, but on the longer hold of 2.5 years to 5 years, this is probably the stock that's going to give the best returns in my opinion. So I'm a big fan of this one. I think you've got a little bit longer on this one to kind of build up that position. But when you look at what area it's in, how well it's done, this company is going to do fantastic over the next few years. And like I say, it's in a massive growing sector. I'm a fan of other companies in here, but this one's slightly a little bit different to them. And if I'm honest, this is probably one that I'm at least expecting maybe a 200% return on over the next 5 years. So those are the 3 massive growth stocks to buy right now, in my opinion, the best ones out there, the ones that have the ability to give 100% returns. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you're new around here, as always, if you can smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.